I've been doing late-night rideshare driving for almost 3 years, and nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for what happened during a stormy shift last fall. I still drive, but never again on the highway that cuts through the industrial district. If you ever find yourself there after midnight, do yourself a favor and keep moving. It was a slow night, rain hammering the windshield in sheets. Around 1:40 a.m., I got a ping from a pickup point I'd never seen before. Harbor Line Storage, Unit 77. The place was a sprawl of metal units, all identical, all closed. No houses nearby, no cars parked out front, just darkness and the faint hum of the storm. I pulled in, headlights washing over the corrugated doors. My phone stopped updating the map as soon as I parked. Grayed out. GPS signal lost. No bars, no data, nothing. I assumed the metal structures were interfering with my signal, but it was unsettling how instantly everything dropped. The passenger wasn't coming out. I waited 2 minutes. 3. I tapped "I've arrived." Still nothing. Then I noticed something. Unit 77's door was cracked an inch open. I leaned toward the windshield and squinted. A faint orange glow flickered from inside, like candlelight. I don't know why I got out. I should have canceled and driven away. But curiosity has teeth, and that night it bit deep. Rain soaked me instantly as I approached the unit. I pushed the door slightly. It slid up halfway with a rattling groan. Inside was a narrow corridor built from plywood. This wasn't a storage unit anymore. Someone had modified it secretly. The walls were scribbled with charcoal drawings, hundreds of faces, all identical. Every one of them looked straight at me. My phone buzzed. I nearly dropped it. A rideshare message. I'm here? But I didn't see anyone. I stepped deeper inside, just enough to shield myself from the rain. The single candle flickered at the end of the strange corridor, illuminating something on a crate. At first I thought it was a mask. Then I realized it wasn't a mask. It was a cast of someone's face, hyper-realistic, down to pores and the faint imprint of a scar above the lip. My phone buzzed again. Another message. Don't go any further. I spun around. The entrance was now almost pitch black. Only the rain dripping from the door frame hinted at the outside world. "Hello?" I called out. My voice echoed down the corridor between the drawn faces. I stepped back, but something shifted behind me, a shuffle of movement, soft, deliberate. I turned quickly. No one. But the candle was now burning brighter, taller, almost electric. Then I heard it. A voice from outside calling softly, "I'm your passenger." It was my voice. Not similar, not close, perfect. I froze, every muscle locking up. The rain outside fell silent all at once, like someone had pressed mute on the world. My phone screen flickered violently, then died completely. I backed up until my shoulders hit plywood. I controlled my breathing, listening. My voice, my exact voice, was moving. First to the left of the entrance, then to the right, then right outside the unit. "Can you drive me?" it whispered. I didn't answer. I couldn't. Then it said something that still ruins my sleep. "I want your face." Every charcoal drawing on the wall suddenly seemed to watch with more intensity. The candle flame stretched sideways like it was pulled by something that wasn't there. Then the figure walked into view. Not walking exactly, more like unfolding itself from the shadows. A shape the size of a person, but too tall, too thin. Head tilted, limbs wrong. Its skin shimmered like wet paper. Its face, if it had one, was blank. Then, like a sheet under tension, the blank face rippled and began forming features. My features. It was copying me. I bolted. The moment my hand touched the metal door, the corridor snapped dark. I ran into the rain, splashed through puddles, and slammed myself into the driver's seat. The creature's steps sounded behind me, slow, confident, wet. The car wouldn't start. Of course it wouldn't. My phone was still dead. The dash flickered. The headlights sputtered faintly. The last thing I saw in the rearview mirror before the engine finally roared to life was my own face peering at me from the half-open unit, smiling. I sped out of the lot so fast the wheels fishtailed. The rain suddenly returned as loud as before, like the world snapped back into place. I drove straight home without picking up another passenger. My hands didn't stop shaking until dawn. 3 days later, I got a notification from the Rideshare app. "Thanks for the ride. 5 stars." The pickup location, Harborline Storage, Unit 77. The drop-off location, my home address. And the rider name was my name. I contacted support. They had no record of the trip. Not on their end. Not mine. Not anywhere. But the next night when I got into my car for work, I saw something resting on the passenger seat. A second cast of the same realistic face, mine, but subtly wrong. The eyes were open. And they were looking at me. I keep it locked in a box now. Taped shut. Buried in storage behind crates. But some nights I wake up to the unmistakable sound of plywood creaking, or the soft scrape of something dragging itself on concrete, getting closer. And if you're enjoying these true horror stories, make sure to subscribe to Ultra Spooky and hit that notification bell so you never miss when we upload new nightmares. Because something tells me this thing isn't finished with me yet. And someday it might not need to mimic my voice to get inside. This was just one of many terrifying true stories from the Ultra Spooky archives. Stay tuned for our next tale of horror.